My little husband has a cold temper. Since his body runs hot, I make him warm my feet and wash my underwear. But the floating comments claim he's a ruthless villain. In the future, he will slaughter my entire family. I froze, quickly snatching the clothes back from his grip. I wouldn't dare make him do heavy labor ever again. I quietly told my mother I wanted to change to a different husband. As I turned, I met his dark, ominous eyes. Xiaoyun stared at me coldly. Could he have heard everything I just said? Just as I was about to explain, he turned and walked into the room. The comments were still scrolling by. This NPC is really treating the villain like a dog. In a few days, the capital will send people to take the prince back. Then he'll wipe out her whole family. Just wait a little longer. We'll see the heroine being pursued by this psycho. Even with a dark expression, the villain is so handsome. Xiaoyun must be sick of this foolish woman by now, waiting for her whole family to die. I felt anxious and restless. My whole family dying? That absolutely won't do. He ignored me the entire day. At dinner, he only ate half a bowl of coarse grain rice. Aren't you going to have a little more? You'll be hungry tonight. I was just about to persuade him, when a comment said, the villain is a prince. How could a lord swallow such bland food? It's too tragic. Can the NPC stop torturing the villain already? Just let him meet the heroine sooner. I lowered my head in gloom. Even though I don't recognize many words, I could roughly understand the meaning of the comments. Xiaoyun is noble and powerful. I shouldn't treat him so poorly. I looked down, and could only finish the remaining food by myself. Xiaoyun went to the backyard to take down the dried clothes. He returned to the room and folded them neatly. I stepped into the room, and caught him staring blankly while holding my undergarment. That chemise had been used for too long. Some parts were already worn and frayed. I blushed and snatched it away. From now on, you don't need to do these things. He was born and raised in luxury. He must have never done heavy labor before so that he might spare me and my mother in the future. It's better to start sucking up to him right away. I urged him to go and rest early. His expression, however, showed some anger. You didn't ask me to work all day today. Why aren't you letting me do these things? Are you saving the work for your new little husband? You heard everything? I didn't feel the need to defend myself. It's fine if you find someone else. I was never meant to marry the daughter of a peasant anyway. Xiaoyun turned and walked away with a dark face, just as the comment said. He doesn't need to go through the wedding ceremony with me. He seems quite happy about it. My family is very poor. My mother often goes to the nearby mass graves to forage for items. That's where she brought Xiaoyun back from. At that time, his body was covered in scars. He was in terrible pain. My mother picked him up and used herbal medicine to save his life. Medicine is extremely expensive. In our village, a debt of life should be repaid by marriage. After Xiaoyun woke up, he naturally became my fiancé. He always had a stern face. I thought that was just his nature. My mother said men were meant to be put to work. So I made him fetch water for me and wash my clothes. He did it very reluctantly, still with that cold expression. It wasn't until the comments appeared that I realized he loathed everything about this place. Tonight, my mother suddenly pulled me up. She led me to a ruined temple. Mother, why are we coming here? It's so eerie here at night. Don't you want to find someone new? Actually, that day I went out. I didn't just find Xiaoyun. She led me into the temple. A man was lying there. The faint firelight illuminated his elegant features. His expression was much gentler than the fierce Xiaoyun. If he opened his eyes, he would surely be more handsome than Xiaoyun. Unfortunately, his face was deathly pale. He looked as if he were already dead. My mother skillfully applied medicine to him. This dying man only has one breath left. I was afraid his death would bring bad luck to our house, so I didn't dare bring him home. I just bring some medicine and food every now and then. After finishing with the medicine, my mother checked his condition. He's tough. He's been alive for a month like this. Aji, what do you think of him? If you like him, we'll take him home. This female supporting character is something else. She even picked up the male lead. Is this okay? Picking him up is useless. Both the male lead and the villain will fall for the heroine at first sight. It's unstoppable. I'm already waiting for the heroine to appear for a 1v2 drama. When do we get to see the spicy scenes? What male led? What spice? Will picking him up mean we get to eat meat? I stared at the high bridge of his nose and profile. He is indeed handsome. But looking at his expensive clothes, he might not even look at someone like me. If this man despises me as much as Xiaoyun does, what then? I sighed. Mother, don't bring him home yet. Let's just save him and make him well. Consider it an act of kindness. Days passed. Every time night fell, I would take medicine to the temple to visit him. Sometimes my mother came with me. Sometimes I went alone. The man woke up once in the middle of the night. His narrow eyes were very beautiful, tinged with a fragile redness. He asked me who I was. Then he said his name was Ayin. I told him to rest and recover. And that he would be healed soon. In the early autumn season, the night air was biting cold. I said I would bring him a thin quilt tomorrow. To prevent him from catching a cold. Thank you, Miss Aji. He smiled slightly. It was like spring peach blossoms blooming. My ears turned slightly red. I didn't dare look him in the eye. Seeing the candle about to go out. I thought I should bring some candles tomorrow. Lest he be afraid at night. I was a bit late returning. I pushed open the wooden door of the backyard and ran right into a shadow. Xia was squatting by my door, his face dark with gloom. Where did you go? Nowhere. You didn't go out secretly to meet another man, did you? How could that be? I'm not good at lying. So I desperately tried to act calm. Xia stared at me coldly. He sneered, true enough. Everyone in the village thinks your family is too poor. Who would want someone as clumsy as you? Hurry back to your room and rest. A young girl shouldn't stay out so late. My heart felt a sting. In his eyes, it seemed I wasn't good enough for anyone. I went back inside. And noticed Xia had followed me in. My bedding was a bit messy. As if someone had been sleeping there. I looked at Xia. He unnaturally shifted his gaze. Aren't you afraid of the cold in autumn and winter? Didn't you ask me to warm your bed? Go to sleep. I did say that before, but didn't he refuse then? Why is he agreeing now? Seeing Xia about to undress and lie down. I quickly stopped him. No need, I'll just use a hot water bottle. Go back. Fine, if you don't want it. Your bed is broken anyway. I didn't even want to be here. The midday sun was scorching hot. I was turning soil in the field. The heat was becoming unbearable. Usually, Xia would come to bring me water around this time. The hour had already passed today, yet he still hadn't shown up. The field paths are difficult to walk, and there are many snakes and insects. Could he have been bitten? My heart tightened just as I was about to put down my tools. A comment said, great. The villain and the heroine have met. When they go back, there's definitely going to be some forced love and rivalry. The villain usually acts cold, but he's showing off like a peacock in front of the heroine. It's not the villain being bad that's scary, it's the villain being handsome. This moment, the villain and the heroine, I didn't quite understand what they meant. After I finished the farm work and headed home, I passed by the neighbor's house. Only then did I learn who the heroine in the comments was. The neighbor's daughter, Yunwan, had returned. Last month she went to her mother's family to arrange a marriage. She only came back today. Yunwan is beautiful. She's the famous village flower here. There are so many matchmakers visiting her. The doorstep is almost worn down. Her mother is very proud of this. Xia was coming out of the Yun house holding a rope. He had fixed the pig pen in the backyard for Yunwan. Yunwan gave him a roasted sweet potato as a thank you gift. At the moment their fingers brushed. I saw the tips of Xiaoyun's ears turn red. As he turned, he met my gaze. Xiaoyun panicked for a second, haha. Sister Aji. I only just realized this was your little husband. I just asked him for a small favor. You won't be angry, will you? I had told him before. As a husband, he must be faithful. And not have too much contact with other women. He shouldn't touch other women without my consent. He resented my lecturing back then, and now I didn't dare control him anymore. Of course not. Whatever he does is his business. I went back to my own yard. My mother had just finished cooking. Seeing my face sunburnt and red, she immediately understood. That Xiaoyun didn't go to bring you water? My mother handed me a bowl of water, still cursing under her breath. Just as I thought. Nothing good happens once that vixen next door returns. When they were younger, the widow Aunt Yun next door always flirted with my father. My mother frequently exchanged insults with her. Later, after my father died, the two families found some peace. Xiaoyun came over to find me, handing me the sweet potato. It's quite sweet, try it. I don't like sweet potatoes. You're not jealous, are you? The corners of his mouth twitched upward slightly, but he forced the smile down. I was just helping them with a small favor. You're not going to be that petty, are you? Me, petty? I haven't said a thing. Then why are you giving me such a look? I looked at him. Isn't this how you usually treat me? He was momentarily speechless. It's just that I forgot to bring you water once. Why so fierce? Awan wouldn't be like this. Awan? They've only met for a few hours, and they're already so familiar? I ignored him. His expression turned even uglier. This female supporting character is so cool. The villain tries to coax her, and she doesn't even care. Even so, she isn't wrong, right? She at least saved the second male lead. His attitude is terrible. Xiaoyun, who hated fieldwork, actually accompanied me to the field. I didn't dare ask him to do farm work, so I just asked him to herd the cow for me. When the sun began to set, Xiaoyun led a cow behind me. His voice filled with resentment. Xiaoji, have you had enough? You haven't spoken to me all afternoon. I'm not making trouble. Wasn't I busy farming? Who has the time to be angry with him? Xiaoyun probably grew tired of sucking up to me. His voice turned cold. If you keep this up, I'll stop talking to you. And you still say I'm your husband? In the future, you can marry whoever you want. He walked into the yard. Before he could finish speaking, his voice cut off abruptly. A man was sitting in the courtyard, peeling corn for my mother. His complexion looked much better than before. The simple plain clothes couldn't hide the elegance of his features. Xiaoyun's face turned grim. What are you doing here? I asked him curiously. Do you two know each other? Xiaoyun exchanged a look with him and quickly shook his head. No, I have the wrong person. Why did you start working as soon as you arrived? I smiled and greeted him, asking how his injuries were. Yan ignored Xiaoyun's icy glare. The corner of his mouth curled. Thanks to your care, I'm much better. I also brought back the quilt you gave me. Xiaoyun's voice grew colder. When did you take care of him? You already have me. How can you be so unfaithful as to be intimate with another man? Yan narrowed his eyes. He isn't married to you. Why can't she? What does it have to do with you when I'm talking to my future wife? What a coincidence. She is also my future wife. What nonsense are you talking? What are you talking about? Xiaoyun was furious. My mother came out with a shovel. That's right. He's also a little husband I picked up for Aji. Stop arguing. Let's eat first. Auntie. Aji's man is clearly me. This guy is sickly. Why did you bring him back? Xiaoyun was dissatisfied, complaining that he was sick, not dead. He just needs some rest. In the future, the three of you living well together is more important than anything. Xiaoyun was stunned. I want a mother like that too, begging for two handsome husbands for myself. Wait, is this right? Isn't the male lead supposed to be the heroine's husband? Forget it, I'll read whatever the author writes. But don't hold back on the spice, honey. Now that Yan is here, I can finally eat meat, get some action. I haven't tasted pork in a long time. I subserviently served Yan a large bowl of coarse grain rice. Xiaoyun's face darkened. Where's mine? Didn't you say you didn't like this stuff? My mother steamed sweet potatoes. You should eat those. Xiaoyun glared at me with a grim face. Yan took the rice. Xiaoyun continued sarcastically. I don't like it, but does he? Do you even know who he is? He's actually, but before he could finish, Xiaoyun's stool suddenly collapsed. He fell to the ground. He saw Yan slowly and elegantly swallow the coarse rice. I looked at Yan with concern, worried he would also find our food hard to swallow. Aji, it's very delicious. While Xiaoyun was making a fuss, the stool he just propped up fell again. He fell twice, even hurting his tailbone. My mother frowned. Be careful. Don't break the stools. We only have 4. Xiaoyun was heartbroken, watching my mother give the last of the cured meat to Yan. Her expression looked a bit aggrieved, as if saying, Auntie, am I no longer your beloved little son-in-law? Time for bed. My mother made Xiaoyun vacate his room and give it to Yan. Xiaoyun was full of displeasure. Why? His injuries just healed, he needs to rest. From now on, you'll sleep over there. What? The woodshed? Xiaoyun's eyes widened, looking to me for help. Yan spoke up at the right moment. I should be the one to sleep in the woodshed. Even though it's dark and cold there, Aji will often come to help me out. It's fine. Xiaoyun quickly interrupted him. No way, the woodshed it is. I'll stay there. A flash of a smile crossed Yan's eyes. However, Yan couldn't bear to see me in the narrow side room. So he told me to go back to my own room, and he would take the side room. When I moved my things, I lit some wormwood to repel mosquitoes for him. Yan stared at me quietly. My rough palm still had thin calluses. I awkwardly withdrew my hand into my sleeve, telling him to rest early. While sleeping that night, I felt like I was dreaming. In the dream, Xiaoyun and Yan were constantly arguing. Xin Yanji, why are you acting so innocent? You plotted against me in court and even chased me here. If she knew you were the regent king, and that you've killed so many people, let's see if she'd still let you in the door. Yan sneered, are you any cleaner? Prince of Hades, fighting over a peasant woman? If we go back to the capital, your rivalry will be the laughingstock of the world. She never belonged to you anyway. How is it fighting? Xiaoyun clenched his fists. Just you wait, I met her first. No matter how good you are to her, she won't fall for you. The other man smiled faintly, as if he didn't even care. When I woke up, I noticed the comments flashing incessantly. So many people were screaming. Love at first sight. The big scene is here. Great. A three-way showdown right from the start. I walked out of the door, watching with my own eyes as Yunwan tripped and fell for no reason at my doorstep. Then she sprained her ankle. I was stunned, and suddenly I was wide awake. Yunwan let out a cry of pain, her beautiful eyes filled with tears. Such a pitiable and lovely sight. Xiaoyun immediately rushed over to support her. Even Ayen, who was chopping wood, looked over. The two of them exchanged a distant look, as if something had been quietly ignited. Male lead, what are you waiting for? That's your future regent princess. LMAO, no wonder the villain gets action. Look at how they're competing. I slowly started to grasp the meaning of male lead. The male lead is the future husband of the heroine, Yunwan. But how can Yunwan have two husbands? I didn't quite understand. Seeing Ayen bring medicine to visit Yunwan, my heart still felt a bit heavy. Yunwan is so lucky. The moment she appears, everyone loves her. I ate 2 ears of corn and carried my farm tools to the field. Although I'm not beautiful, I'm a quick worker. I can handle any plot of land perfectly. The vegetables I grow are large and delicious, but they don't seem to think this is a merit. Instead, it's a flaw. I don't really understand. Today, it was actually Xiaoyun who came to bring me water. I looked behind him. Where's Ayen? Xiaoyun was annoyed at the mention of him. He frowned deeply. Ayen is hurt and can't work on the fishing boat. That kid stole the spotlight. He glanced at me and quickly added, you and Auntie are so generous. You shouldn't mind such a small thing, right? Do I mind? Of course I mind. Thinking of Yunwan, how she attracted Ayen with just one look. I felt an indescribable feeling in my heart. But then I thought of Xiaoyun, and how Ayen never really belonged to me anyway. So it didn't matter. Xiaoyun saw my expression wasn't right, and deliberately leaned in with a grin. See? I'm the better one after all. I still remembered to bring you water today. I ignored him. I lowered my head and scolded, you're stepping on my vegetables. On the way back, Xiaoyun kept questioning me. I accompanied you all day today. Tonight you have to serve me some coarse grain rice. I don't want to eat those lousy sweet potatoes anymore. Didn't you say the rice was too rough for your teeth? No, I just felt bad that you have to grind the corn so hard. I turned back and asked him what he said. He put on a stern face again and stopped talking. When we got to the front door, we ran into Ayen returning from work. After finishing his work on the fishing boat, his clothes were all soaked. Yunwan sat on a wooden stool, asking him with a red face, do you want to change your clothes? I have some of my father's unworn ones. Great. Even with such strong winds today, the male lead still went out to sea for the heroine. Who said the male lead wouldn't fight for her? I'm almost embarrassed to say it. The way the male lead looks at her seems calm on the surface, but he looks like he's about to devour her. I can't imagine how intense things will get between them later. Where's the on the boat play we were promised? Hurry up and serve it to me. Seeing them standing so close, Xiaoyun deliberately taunted. Coming back so late? Auntie isn't even home. Is it appropriate for you and Ayen to be alone in the yard? Ayen gave him a cold look. I was just putting today's fish in their bucket. Yunwan looked at me, smiling, Sister Aji, I really envy you. You have 2 little protectors. Unlike me, I have to do everything myself at home. She made it sound like I don't do anything at all. Ayen walked over with a smile, Aji, I caught a lot of fish today, and... Ignoring Yunwan's provocation, I interrupted him, I'm going to cook now. You guys chat. I felt a bit stifled in my heart. In the past, when Xiaoyun and Yunwan flirted, I never felt this way. I must be so hungry that I have no strength, hence the palpitations. I entered the yard. In the kitchen, my mother was already heating the oil on the stove. A wave of fragrance wafted over. I went in to take a look. My mother was actually frying fish. Aji, it's still Ayen who is capable. He went out and caught twice as many fish, and even brought quite a lot for our family. Xiaoyun heard this and grumbled dissatisfiedly, I can catch them too. I'll go tomorrow. That Xingyanji really has the face of a villain. Always trying to curry favor. Auntie, don't be fooled by his courteous appearance. Look at him going to help Yunwan catch fish today. It was just to please another girl. He's forgotten whose little husband he is. Unlike me, I only have Aji on my mind. I glanced at him, unsure how he had the nerve to say such things. When I was plowing the fields today, he couldn't even be bothered to help me carry the tools. Who said I forgot? Ayen walked over, having changed into clean clothes. He handed me a small white porcelain jar. Aji, this is osmanthus oil. You can rub it on your hands to prevent them from cracking in the dry autumn and winter weather. I specifically went to town to buy it. That's why I came back late. Smell it and see if you like it. I was stunned and sniffed the small bottle. I had only seen this stuff when selling vegetables on the street, but I never dared to touch it. This is very expensive. One jar costs 100 yen. Wait, how did the plot go off track? Wasn't the male lead supposed to help the heroine? Actually, I think the female supporting character is quite cute. Her face is round with a bit of baby fat. You can tell she was well raised by her mother. Could it be that the one really getting a 1v2 is the supporting character? AN, where did you get the money? By catching fish. Today I saw the weather changing and knew there would be big waves at sea. I specifically looked for deep water to fish, and sure enough, I caught a lot. You even know about these things? It's just something I saw in books when I was studying. I never thought it would come in handy. Admiration rose in my eyes. My fingers brushed against the rough calluses on my palms, and a ripple stirred in my heart. That bit of distress from earlier vanished instantly. Besides my mother, no one has ever cared about these details for me. Before, when I saw Xiaoyun could read, I thought he was already very impressive. I didn't expect Shinyenji to understand the unity of knowledge and action even better. Thank you, Ayan. I smiled at him. Xiaoyun snorted coldly. Just some trivial tricks. He's really good at bluffing. I gave the steamed coarse grain rice to Ayan, serving him a large bowl, and even pressed it down until it was almost overflowing. Aji, you're biased. Why am I eating sweet potatoes again today? My mother hit him hard with a metal spatula. Who speaks to their wife in such a loud voice? If you don't want to eat sweet potatoes, then go eat cabbage. I'll stick to the sweet potatoes. Xiaoyun curled his lip. At least sweet potatoes are filling. I watched with fear and trepidation, really wanting to remind my mother that this man is a prince. You can't hit him. The weather turned cold. The wind was strong at night, and the temperature plummeted. There were only 2 hot water bottles at home. I gave the big one to my mother, and I used the small one, but the small one gets cold easily. The quilt was too thin, and I would often wake up cold in the middle of the night. Suddenly, Ayan knocked on my door. It's cold at night. I've come to warm your bed. Ah? Isn't the male Li Jinwan's future husband? Is this okay? I looked back and noticed Ayan had already undressed. Why aren't you coming over? Ayan lowered his eyes shyly. Yes, Auntie told me to accompany you. She said your hands and feet are icy at night. And you're afraid of the cold. Usually, my mother would sleep with me in autumn, but now she's told him to sleep with me. I thought of Xiaoyan's reluctant attitude in the past, steeled my heart, whatever. If he's unwilling, there are plenty of people who are. I might be a bit restless when I sleep. Please bear with me. I could vaguely see his earlobes turning red. But then he blew out the candle, and I couldn't see anything anymore. After Ayan's body recovered, and through his daily work and exercise, his body temperature was indeed very high. The bed became warm in an instant, but I felt it was a bit too warm. Under the quilt, I reached out and touched the hot water bottle between us. Are you very hot? Should I take the hot water bottle away? No, he moved my hand away. Just sleep well. Isn't this the wrong couple? Isn't the male lead the heroine's future husband? This is getting a bit spicy, isn't it? I don't care whose husband he is. I have a good appetite, I'll take it all. Hurry up and let me eat some meat. The male lead wants to eat meat too. Just sitting there, have some pity on the guy. A skewed plot is a small matter, but blueballing someone is a big deal. I looked at Ayan curiously. Do you want to eat meat? I thought Ayan must be a very powerful person too, who surely didn't lack food or clothing in the capital, let alone meat. He's probably tasted all kinds of delicacies. I leaned closer to him. Ayan, have city people all eaten very good meat? What does it taste like? I only ate it once when I was little. Later, at most, I'd catch fish in the river to eat. Pork, beef, mutton. I don't even remember what they taste like. Why aren't you speaking? Pork, beef, mutton. I don't even remember what they taste like. Why aren't you speaking? Ayan turned his head away uncomfortably, his Adam's apple bobbing. Aji, don't tease me. How did I tease you? I just want to eat meat. Just tell me. What kind of meat are you talking about? Of course, the kind that leaves a lingering aftertaste. The kind you dream about day and night. He was silent for 2 seconds. I thought he had fallen asleep. In the next instant, soft lips suddenly pressed over. I was stunned, feeling a warm touch. As he bit me lightly, it felt like Ayan was eating me. My face turned red instantly. What is this? Isn't this something you only do on the wedding night? Male lead, if you've got the guts, light the candle. Eating meat by himself without us? Exactly. We begged the author so hard to make some good food. And you're just eating it all yourself. leaving us to starve. When I was almost out of breath, he stopped and asked me if we should continue. My body felt like it had been set on fire. Suddenly, a furious roar came from outside the window. Shin. I knew you weren't in your room. So you were here. Before I could react, Xia flipped in through the window. Ayen's eyes turned cold. He raised his hand and wrapped me in the quilt. In the dark, I saw the two of them clashing, trading blows back and forth. They could even fight without candlelight. Don't break anything in the house. Otherwise, Mother will be angry. I hurried down to stop them. Stop fighting. If you wake Mother up, all three of us will be punished. Immediately, the two of them really stopped moving. Xia lit a fire starter, illuminating his angry face. Aji, I offered myself to you before and you didn't want me. So why do you want him? I was the first little husband you brought into this house. How can you be so biased? I'm putting it plainly. If you don't kick him out today, then I'll leave tomorrow. Xia laid down the ultimatum. I was stunned for a moment. This doesn't threaten me at all. If he leaves, no one will come to kill my whole family in the future, right? Are you really going to leave? If you want me to stay, then get rid of him. From now on, only I will be your little husband. If you want to leave, then leave. Do you want me to pack your bags? Aji. Xia expression changed. Flustered, angry, and anxious, Shin Yanji, on the side, burst out laughing and patted his shoulder. A real man's word is his bond. It cannot be taken back. You must do as you said. At dawn, before I could pack Xia bags, he had already left with his small bundle. He didn't go far. Just to the next door neighbor, Yunwan's house. Since Yunwan's foot wasn't better, he could go out and work for the Yun family. When Xia was at my house, he found this too dirty and that too tiring. But once he went to the Yun family, he was actually willing to work for them. Auntie Yun next door shouted to my mother, Chen Yumei. Look at this, ha ha ha. Our family really knows how to train people. He's only been here a day, and your pampered son-in-law has already been tamed. Picking up trash others threw away and treating it like a treasure. Don't make me die of laughter. You, come back here. Xia didn't know how capable he was. It's clearly just that you didn't see people clearly. Just you wait and see. After that day, the two families were at odds again. Whether it was plowing the fields or washing clothes, the two little husbands had to be compared. In the past, Xia complained the coarse rice was bad, but now that he was next door, he ate the sweet potato rice Yunwan made every day. He even showed off to me across the yard wall, saying the food Yunwan cooked was delicious. I was hanging laundry nearby, and Yunwan, seeing I didn't react, deliberately leaned in. Sister Aji, how come I haven't seen that one of yours? It couldn't be that always making him work has scared him away, right? He went to town to sell fish. Ayen saved up money and bought his own boat to go to sea. He wants to earn a bit more, to make things easier for me and my mother. There are plenty of girls in town. And those red light districts. Your little husband is so handsome. Aren't you afraid he'll be seduced away? If he can be seduced away, it means he wasn't meant to be mine anyway, so why force him to stay? After I finished speaking, Xia Yan's gaze toward me turned dark and unreadable. In the evening, Ayen hadn't come back yet. Yunwan sat in the yard staring at my every move, taunting me from time to time. He's not back this late. 80% chance he's really been lured away. Sister Aji, you'll have to find a new little husband then. Although you look ordinary, and there's only your mother at home, with no money, the cripple at the end of the street might be willing to marry you. If you like, I can go talk to him for you. I was shucking corn, and my fingers stopped. Today I had applied the osmanthus oil Ayen bought me. Since he started earning money, he didn't just buy me osmanthus oil, but also snow-condensed peach blossom cream to put on my face. He said I wouldn't have to worry about frostbite in winter. I wasn't afraid of Ayen being attracted to others, only that he might run into someone he knew in town and be taken back to the capital. If he goes, he goes. As long as he lives a good life, it's better than suffering with me. I just hope that when he leaves, I can say a proper goodbye to him. Xia Yun saw my expression wasn't right, and frowned at Yunwan. You should say less. What? Are you helping her now? Have you forgotten whose person you are now? I just think you've gone a bit too far. Besides, Shinyanji isn't that kind of person. What kind of woman hasn't he seen? What kind of woman hasn't he seen? Plenty of people tried to shove peerless beauties at him and he refused them all. You underestimate him too much. You talk like you know him very well. Yes, naturally. He and I are arch rivals. Before he could finish, Xiaoyun went silent. A tall figure walked in from the entrance of the alley. The man was carrying many bags in the sunset, looking like a hunter returning home. An. I happily stepped forward and grabbed his warm hand. He touched my hair. I'm dirty. Stay back a bit first. I'm not afraid of dirt. A familiar scent wafted over, making me happier than I'd ever been. Great, he didn't leave. I helped him carry the items into the yard. He washed his hands and took a small box from his pocket. Aji, a gift for you. I opened it. Inside was a silver hairpin. Judging by the craftsmanship, it must have been custom-made. The chalcedony inlaid on it looked familiar. It seemed to be the piece Shinyenji usually wore. Oh my god, the male lead sold his identity token. How will he go back now? Don't go back. Working every day has given him a body of lean muscle. He'll be able to let the heroine eat well in the future. He, I hope eating means what I think it means. It's fine that you sold the jade pendant. Your birthday is coming soon. I didn't have anything presentable, so I had this made. My heart felt as if it had been poked. Soft and aching, yet surging with sweetness. That was the only valuable thing he had on him. And he cherished it dearly every day. How could it not be presentable? What's wrong? Don't you like it? Why are you crying? I love it. Ayan took the hairpin and put it in my hair. This was the first time I'd ever worn an accessory. With a red face, I asked him if it looked good. His dark eyes stared intently at me, his thin lips curving into a warm smile. It's beautiful. Aji is the most beautiful. Yunwan next door saw this and couldn't help but roll her eyes. She pushed Xiaoyun. Look at other people's little husbands. The fish you've caught these past few days haven't even filled my bucket. Shut up, you country woman. Xiaoyun turned and walked away in anger. You dare lose your temper at me? Don't come back for dinner tonight. Late at night, Ayan came to warm my bed again. After lying down, he suddenly started telling me about himself. He said his name is Shinyenji, and his home is in the capital. The situation in the city was unstable and he had to go back. Today in town, he ran into the people who were looking for him. No wonder he came back late today. My heart was in knots, making it hard to breathe. As expected, this day finally came. My eyes were red, grateful that it was so dark that he couldn't see. Then, when are you leaving? I'll see you off. No need. Aji, I don't know when we'll see each other again. I was just about to ask him if I could kiss his mouth one last time. Would you be willing to go back to the capital with me? We spoke at the same time. I was stunned. Ayan took my hand. Aji, I don't feel safe leaving you and your mother here. Would you come with me? In the future, I will still be your support. You will be my regent princess. Regent princess? Isn't that Yunwan's position? While I was in a daze, Ayan said that in the capital, there are many fun things and delicious foods. I can eat all kinds of meat. I swallowed my saliva unceremoniously. I'm willing. Shinyenji curled his lips into a smile. He touched my face, the light in his eyes very deep. Aji, can you do what you did last time? Otherwise, once you leave, I won't have the chance. Shinyenji laughed, leaning in close. Of course. What? They're already eating? Future regent princess. Turn on the camera. Let this old servant have one look. I beg of you. All that excitement for nothing. The bed didn't even shake. But I told my mother about going to the capital. I thought she would be hesitant. But she threw down her farm tools, her face full of pride. I knew it. I said this little son-in-law looked different from the others. That Yun family next door is still proud of that rotten egg they're holding. Humph. My son-in-law is taking me to the city to enjoy life. She turned around to pack her bags. I was dumbfounded. I forgot to tell her that the identity of the one next door is also quite something. I picked the vegetables in the field, giving some away and selling the rest. Xiaoyun suddenly blocked me in my backyard, grabbing me firmly. After not seeing him for a few days, he looked a bit haggard. I heard he didn't catch enough fish, and Mother Yun was always bossing him around, and wouldn't even let him eat. I pushed his hand away. You shouldn't be touchy with me. Aji, I'll speak plainly. I am the heir of the Prince of Hades mansion. My family is looking for me to return to the capital. Aji, I'll speak plainly. I am the heir of the Prince of Hades mansion. My family has come to bring me back to the capital. If you are willing to follow me, I can consider making you a concubine. Then you won't have to work so hard anymore. His tone was arrogant when he said this. As if he were giving me a great blessing. I don't want you. Go find someone else. Xiayun frowned. Aji. Don't be too greedy. I've only told you about this. He stopped me. As we pushed and pulled, he gritted his teeth. You're not playing hard to get, are you? Could it be you actually want to be my princess? You really are greedy. I stepped on his foot. What nonsense are you talking? Ayan also said he'd take me back to the capital. I've already promised him I'd be his princess. Xiayun was stunned, his grip loosening. How is that possible? Don't trick me. He is the Grand Regent King. Why would he be willing to marry a peasant like you as his princess? You're practically illiterate. So many ladies from noble families are desperate to marry him. In any case, he wouldn't pick you. Is that all I am in your eyes? Then are you trying to marry me just to shame yourself? I just want to repay you for saving my life. Don't overthink it. Xiayun's neck stiffened as he spoke stubbornly. A hand pressed down on Xiayun's shoulder. He instinctively raised his hand to punch, but was pushed away by the other person. Shen Yanji looked at him coldly. You are currently someone else's little husband. Tugging at my future wife is not good. Shen, you really want to marry her? How is she fit to be the regent princess? My princess doesn't need to be literate. She only needs to be gentle and kind, and do the things she loves. Shen Yanji shielded me behind him. Prince Xia, we are outside the city now. I won't argue with you. Once we are back in the city, you and I will be on opposite sides. Don't blame me for being ruthless then. It remains to be seen who will emerge victorious. Xiayun's eyes turned cold. He stared at me gloomily, as if filled with resentment. When I left, I didn't notice that under the eaves of the wall next door, Yunwan had been eavesdropping. I only found out from the comments the next day. Last night, Xiayun and Yunwan slept together. How did the female lead turn the tables like this? She even drugged the villain. She heard the villain is a prince. So she wants to follow him to the city to enjoy life. Isn't the character's persona collapsing? Where is my beautiful and kind female lead baby? Stop yelling, we're all on the supporting female lead side now. Just wait for the good stuff. Xiayun didn't know the wine was drugged. He thought he had just drunk too much and taken Yunwan's innocence. Yunwan cried and asked him to take responsibility, saying that if he abandoned her, she would have no choice but to die. Xiayun had a headache from the noise. When the prince's carriage came to pick him up, he took Yunwan along with him. Everyone in the village envied Yunwan for going to the city to enjoy life. She smiled at me triumphantly. Sister Aji, in the future, I will be the prince's consort. I heard the regent king hasn't married for years, because his mother holds all the power at home. She's very picky. Do you really think you can enjoy life in the capital? Keep dreaming. Since you're going to the city, can you pay back the 30 when you owe me? She had a terrible stomachache once, and the doctor's fee I paid for her was exactly 30 when. She's been playing dumb and hasn't paid it back until now. Yunwan felt a lump in her throat. She sneered, so stingy. Ignorant peasant. When I get to the capital, let alone 30 when, I could give you 30 taels of gold. She got into the carriage and drove away. I was a bit angry that she had fooled me again. Prince's consort? I think she's more like a deadbeat. On the day Shen Yanji took me to the capital, he prepared beautiful clothes and accessories for me. I sat in the carriage, nervously rubbing my hands. What Yunwan said kept swirling in my mind. She said the regent king's mother is very fierce. I was worried she wouldn't get along with my mother, because when my mother gets angry, not even 8 donkeys can pull her back. When we entered the mansion, I saw the dignified and cold old Madame Shen. She was dressed in fine silks and furs. When her eyes looked over, it felt like knives scraping my body. I was too scared to make a sound, afraid she would kick me out on the spot. Old Madame Shen looked Shen Yanji up and down. You're finally back. I thought you had died out there. Shen Yanji pulled me close. Your son didn't die. I even became someone's husband. This is my future wife, Aji. What? You? Old Madame Shen was trembling with rage. She fainted right then and there. My mother quickly supported her. I looked at Shen Yanji worriedly, but he comforted me, saying it was fine. Shen Yanji went to court the next day. He is the current regent king. The new emperor is still young, and many things require his control. Other princes and nobles are eyeing the throne. The most prominent is the Xia family of Hades mansion. My mother took care of old Madame Shen every day. Her own good life hasn't even started yet. She couldn't let her future relative pass away like this. When old Madame Shin woke up, she saw my mother had prepared coarse grain rice for her. She originally wanted to call my mother vulgar, but she was conquered by my mother's excellent cooking. Upon learning that my mother had saved Shinyanji, the way she looked at us gradually became gentler. When I went to eat, the two of them were chatting excitedly. Old Madame Shin slapped the table. What, you saved that person named Xia first? He's an arrogant bastard who doesn't know his place. Why did you save him? Luckily, our Ayan is blessed with good fortune. Anyway, that Xia Yun has already married someone else. Don't be angry, dear relative. Haha, speaking of this. Lately, everyone is talking about the Xia family's disgrace. The prince wants to marry a peasant woman as a concubine. But she is determined to be the prince's consort. She's even using the child in her womb as a threat. She probably doesn't know the prince's mother is a princess from the Central Plains. She is reckless and ruthless, and hates being threatened the most. My mother was cracking melon seeds. And then? I quickly pulled over a stool and grabbed a handful of seeds too. Old Madame Shin snorted. Ha ha ha. Of course, they forced that village woman to take abortion medicine and put her in solitary confinement. That village woman and her mother are no pushovers either. They've been trying every possible way to make a scene at home. Truly ignorant commoners. She looked over. She quickly changed her tone. AG. I didn't mean that village women are bad. It's just that she's really too wicked. I understand, Old Madame Shin smiled. She put the largest chicken leg from the table into my bowl. AG, eat more. The winter was bitter. As New Year's Eve approached, I still couldn't see Shinyanji. Now the city is under heavy guard. As if something big is about to happen. The room I live in now is as warm as spring. At night, a hot water bottle is enough. The charcoal fire in the room can keep burning. And there is a pleasant fragrance. Lying in the warm bed. I still miss Shinyanji. Old Madame Shin instructed me not to go out with my mother these few days. Just stay at home. There seemed to be a conflict outside at night. I don't know what happened. But the comments keep telling me in real time. They said Xia Yun and the Prince of Hades were conspiring to revolt. They raised troops to rebel at night. When they reached the palace, they fell into Shinyanji's trap. Shinyanji killed those who should be killed and imprisoned those who should be imprisoned as a warning. The Shin ancestors were allies of the late emperor. They fought together and reclaimed territory. The Shin family promised the late emperor to protect this land for him. Now Shinyanji also carries this heavy responsibility. I was kept awake by the comments. My heart clutched tightly. Until it was almost dawn. I heard footsteps outside. Someone was stepping on the snow, making a crunching sound. I pushed open the door, and saw Shinyanji, covered in blood. His face was pale. He smiled at me. Why aren't you asleep yet? I'll get you dirty. Are you? Does it hurt? With red eyes, I stepped forward to touch him, but he took a step back. I just hugged him directly. How could it be dirty? He is the cleanest. I'll go call the doctor. He held me back. No need, it's already been treated. I just wanted to come see you, afraid it would be cold and you wouldn't sleep well. He wiped the blood from his hands on his clothes, then carefully touched my hair. Tears fell from the corners of my eyes, and I buried my face in his chest. Besides the smell of blood, I also smelled the scent on Ayen. A very faint scent of sandalwood. I can't sleep without you. Can you sleep with me from now on? A soft laugh sounded in my ear. Okay. I'll accompany you from now on. Ayen knows the world is at peace now. He can take me out for a walk. I'm worried about the wound on his arm. And still want to wait for him to recover. Every day I carefully make medicinal meals for him. But he said he wants to eat coarse grain rice. I quickly made him a new batch of coarse grain rice. He stared at the rice in the bowl. His chopsticks didn't move. What's wrong, Shinyanji? He recalled the last time he saw Xia Yun. The Prince of Hades was credited for saving the emperor back then, so there was a decree of pardon. They couldn't be executed, so their whole family was kept in the dungeon. Xia Yun looked at Shinyanji. He thought Xia Yun would beg for mercy. But he only said one sentence. I really want another bite of coarse grain rice. When he was on his last breath in the middle of the night, someone took him back. When he woke up, the first bite he tasted was coarse grain rice. At that time, the girl had red eyes and had been burned by the stove. But she was still comforting him. The wound must be very painful, right? Don't be afraid. My mother says it won't hurt after eating. Take another bite. Xiaoyun thought this girl was really stupid at the time to believe such nonsense. But now, in the dark and gloomy dungeon, blood kept dripping down his arm. He actually started to believe that nonsense. Unfortunately, he could never eat it again. I saw him spacing out and nudged his arm. Shen Yanji chuckled. It's nothing. Coarse grain rice is really delicious. Too bad some people don't know how to cherish it. I blushed and lowered my eyes. Only he would praise me. Others all say I'm vulgar and don't look like a lady at all. But he praises me for being genuine. Old Madam Shen says, this is called beauty in the eye of the beholder. I changed Shen Yanji's medicine and helped him blow on the wound. His eyes were dark. Suddenly he asked me, Aji, let's get married. Ah, so suddenly? Don't you want to eat meat? I was puzzled. Haven't I eaten a lot already? A long time later, on the wedding night, Shen Yanji finally told me what true happiness is. He's so scary. I was already full from the banquet. But he said he wasn't full. I stared blankly as he untied his clothes. My cheeks instantly turned red. Why is it being censored? I'm a premium member and you only show me this? I don't care. The author must send the uncensored version to me privately. All you know is eating. The smart ones have already switched apps. I don't understand, but Shen Yanji's body is hotter than the hot water bottle. An. I'm not eating. I lifted the quilt and wanted to run, but on such a small bed. No matter where I hide, I will be caught back by him. Be good, Aji. Let me kiss you.